This is Andersonville City Hall, but you know that this was the depot. And y'all, this is Andersonville. This was the city around the, this is where the, okay, I'm just going to read the sign to you. The city of Andersonville was incorporated in 1853 as the village center of a small farming community. It came to national attention when Camp Sumpter prison opened here in 1864, and especially when its commandant, Captain Henry Wurz, was tried for alleged crimes against humanity in 1865. Today, the community proclaims itself a Civil War village and honors both the memory of Union soldiers who suffered here and Confederate soldiers who did their duty while experiencing illness and death in numbers comparable to their unfortunate prisoners. We gotta go to the other side because it's continued. That clock says Peggy.
Yeah.
I don't get that, but okay. And the sidewalk is uneven. They got a sign to tell you that. Okay, the other side says, Father Whelan was an Irish priest serving the Diocese of Savannah at the outbreak of the war between the states. He volunteered to serve as chaplain to CSA troops at Fort Pulaski and was taken as a prisoner of war when the fort fell to Union forces. After being held over a year at Governor's Island and Fort Delaware, he returned to Savannah, where he answered the plea to minister to the prisoners held at Camp Sumpter. Whelan came to Andersonville on 16th of June, 1864, and he remained here for 4 months, daily tending to the needs of prisoners in the stockade. After the war, Whelan publicly defended Captain Wurz as an innocent scapegoat. His life was cut short by a lung disease he contracted here and died on February 6, 1871. He was remembered by Confederate and Union soldiers alike as truly a good Samaritan. Now, from what I understand, the prison here, this clock in honor of Peggy Shepard and her untiring efforts on behalf of Andersonville and environs, was given to the town of Andersonville by Fred Shepard, September of 2003. So that tells us what about Peggy there. Okay. So what I know about Andersonville, or what I kind of remember, you can read it. Andersonville, the prison itself, was built to house about 10,000 prisoners, and at one point it had over 30,000. The conditions were deplorable. It was horrible, and the water, there was one creek that ran through the camp, that ran through the prison.
Love this shot right there. Train trestle, water tower, depot.
And the prisoners had to both drink out of that creek, and that's where they used the bathroom. So you know it was very unsanitary conditions. So a lot of them were sick and died from drinking that water. But the story is, and this is true, and somewhere if we can find it, it's still here. During a rainstorm here, a spring just came right up out of the ground. And it's called Providence Spring, because everybody knows that was the hand of God that brought them water. It's the town hall on the other side, y'all. It's so cute. This is City Hall, and that is Town Hall, and it's adorable.
And it's Tim and Tammy time. Today we're in Andersonville, Georgia. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and
we love y'all. I got a little ahead of myself there, y'all.
Yes, you did.
That's all right. Tim,
you can cut it.
Tim brought me back to earth. Hey, that's a long introduction. I've seen some long introductions from other folks. I don't think anything's open here today, y'all. I think that we have somehow come on a holiday.
No, it's not that she gets ahead of her. Tammy loves to tell stories.
Tammy loves to tell stories.
Tammy loves stories. She loves to tell stories. She loves to read stories.
And she loves history. The Drummer Boy Museum is straight up this direction.
I think we ought to come over here and see what that little thing is.
The stagecoach up there? Or it looks like a stagecoach, but it's a narrow stagecoach if it's a stagecoach, ain't it? There's a Drummer Boy Museum. And there's Easterland's Country Store. I bet you, there's a car parked in front of that, it might be open. I bet you I could get some candy in there. Tim ain't bought me no candy yet, y'all. I told him I wanted some candy. He didn't get me no candy. Yeah, these are stagecoaches or buggies or... That is one skinny one right there, though. Look how thin that is. What does it say?
This is a gazebo.
Schloss Eye Trail, Andersonville stage line. Okay, I'm not going to climb on it, y'all, but it's all here. There's where you'd step up to climb in. Oh, that's cool. And I'm not going to climb on it, and I ain't going to sit on it, but I'm going to show you the seats. Oh my goodness, I don't think I've ever seen one this narrow. Well, I keep saying narrow. There ain't room up front for... Wow. Y'all, that is cool. And then here's two more. This is just two carriages. Really. And look, I gotta point this out. Look. It's got a caution. It's got the light on it. Look at there. And there's the foot pedal on this one. These are so neat. It's barely room for two folks, though. I mean, really. Just barely room for two folks.
You know what to do.
I wonder if they had glasses like this back then.
I don't know. I think it's the same exact thing. I mean, really.
Oh, ain't you just cute? Okay. This is the Visitors Information Center, and the Drummer Boy Museum is inside. And if we had children with us, they could be little drummer boys. Poor things.
Could be either one, I guess.
Oh wow, this is a pretty building.
Look at the alley.
Yeah. This is the store, but it says it's got barbecue. It's closed though, y'all. Sign says it's closed. Well, I'll be doggoned. And this next one is Easterland's Antiques. There's a Coke machine up here, and I do have change if you want a Coke.
Look at the two figures right there.
Oh yeah, blue and the gray, Confederate soldier and American soldier. Old Schoolhouse Antiques, y'all. I'm thinking that building right there in front of me is the old Schoolhouse. That's what the sign says right there. Old Schoolhouse Antiques, Andersonville. And there it is, Andersonville Antiques. So that'd be the old schoolhouse right there. How cool is that? What?
There's a large church, village hall.
A log church, yeah. This was a schoolhouse.
Oh, cool. There's a lot of writing on this monument right here.
Tim doesn't have time to stop. This is Church Street. And I see a cemetery up there. Memorial of some sort.
Three steps.
That makes 6 today. Yep, there's the log church right over there, y'all. Okay, so right here we have amazing, y'all. This is amazing. This is a graveyard, and there's more graves out through here. There's one over there that's not marked. Anyway, this first one right here was Mrs. Elizabeth Glover, born September 1810, died December 1890. Wow. And this was I cannot tell that name. It's a Clark, I think. Born 1801, died 1862. There's 3 graves right here. And y'all, there's a grave right here. Yeah, there is. I see. What is that? Is that a grave? Because it doesn't look much like a grave.
It's a well.
You think that's the well covered up? That's a pump over there. That's a well. Wonder if that's a spring. This is a well pump over here.
Well, if you needed to come in out of the rain.
Well, yeah, you can come in out of the rain
No.
there. Oh, is there a hole up there? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's a hole up there.
There's more cemetery across the road, too.
Oh, there he is.
Okay. I can't get over there to it. I'm going to tell you, the steps going up to it and the doors look really old, y'all. But when you look at this, when you look at the chinking in between, it looks fake.
I think the logs are real.
I think the chinking might be real. It just might be that old that it don't look. See, actually, you know what? I'm completely wrong, y'all, because I see up there that chinking, and part of it's gone. And I'm calling the mud between the chinking. It's mud and rocks, and that's what they use it. Maybe I hadn't seen one in so long like that was real, but I don't know what's real and what ain't at this point. We are in a very old cemetery here. And I mean sincerely a very old cemetery. Now I'm just amazed. What? That's fine. Wow. There's iron fence and baby graves over here. Y'all, the population here of Andersonville, I read this morning, as of 2020, I think, was just above 200 people. That grave is from 1905.
There's a little bit more down there.
I know, they just keep on going. This was J.A. Cheeves, born 1861, died 1890, 29 years old. And this one's got a little lamb on it, so that means it's a baby. Or a child. It's not a baby, y'all. It was born 1889 and died in oh, okay. It was about a year old. 1899 to 1890. And there's more graves across over that way. They look newer. We went by the actual site, which normally you can go in during the day, but like I said, I think we've hit up, it's a Monday, and I think we've hit up on a holiday, which might be why all the flags are flying at half staff. I think it's, okay, give me a second, y'all, I'm gonna look it up here. Anyway, the park is closed.
Yeah, the park was closed. Well, okay. I don't think nobody's buried here.
I bet they are. I bet they just don't have a headstone of any kind. So I have to say this because it always has crossed my mind. Is it to keep them in or keep us out? You know, I don't know. What are we looking at? What are you talking about?
Stepping on one.
These that look like beans?
Yeah.
That tree, look. I've told you about this tree a million times. I used to pretend, these are the ones that got the pretty pink fluffy things on them over at the park. This is what I used to pretend to cook as beans. Mimosa tree. It's just they've dried up now. Can you eat them? I don't know, Tim. Wow.
1907.
Yeah, and it's, look how, I wonder why it's so red. Here.
Did you get the figures a while ago right here?
Hey, look, they're the post. They're holding up the porch. Talk about using your head.
That's very symbolic. It takes the north and the south to hold things up.
It's very true.
I think the symbolism is intentional.
This has been our adventure in Andersonville, Georgia. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and
We love y'all.
yes, we do.